So, basically, I'm the darkest one of the five. You're watching the Noidz, and I'm about to bring you my top 5 combat sports games. So, let's get right into it. So, starting out first, we're taking it back to the old school, and I'm talking way back. Thus, I bring you one of my favorite arcade games, Karate Champ. It's an old school fighter, no health bars, no hit points. One successful hit ends the round. Playing against the computer is fun, so you're playing by yourself and that's it, but I mean, who likes to play with themselves? So go grab a friend, get ready for that couch co-op, and whoop their ass. Cause once you and your friend get going, you realize that it's only one hit, and someone can throw out that cheesy, easy front kick. Or you can feed your friend the deadly knuckle sandwich. Montage! Coming in next, we got EA's MMA. MMA is like other UFC games out there right now. They have the counter, you got the spammy leg kick, and all sorts of junk. Don't get me wrong, the game had its ups and downs, such as its submission system. That thing was unescapable. But then it had its clinch system, which I excelled at. If the servers would run it, I would clinch anybody. Anybody could catch one of my devastating knees. But all in all, I know we wish EA would go back to its old ways and making semi-decent games again. Fight Night Round 3 was one of my favorites because of that stun punch. That stun punch was the best. Your friend had to sit there and watch you beat their ass. They could block it, but if that hit landed, they're going down for the count. Fight Night for me was one of the most innovative games with their punching system. You had to use the right stick to throw hooks, straights, haymakers, all of the good junk and shit like that. But alongside that, their weaving system, fantastic. The counter system, fantastic. EA hit the mark for me with this one. And then suddenly just went downhill from there on out. Their career system in there was the longest thing possible. You could go as long as you wanted and retired whenever. My guy was about 68 before he retired. Picture a 68-year-old dude knocking out Muhammad Ali. You know how crazy that shit was? But Fight Night Round 3 for me was one of the best and will always be the best. Up next, we got Victorious Boxer, aka Hajime no Ippo, the game. This was my first introduction into sports anime and fighting games alike. You gotta play as Ippo Makunouchi, and you get to play through all the Season 1 fights. It had every Season 1 boxer in there, from Ippo to a bear. Yeah, that's right, a bear. I mean, seriously though, fuck that bear. That bear was OP as hell. I mean, that bear was no problem for me and my man Ryo Mashiba with his Hitman style boxing and his dangerous signature punch, the flicker jabs. The Victorious Fighter series would get more and more games as the years would go by. Victorious Fighters Versus mode was the best because you can have unlimited knockdowns. You had the heart to get up, you could get up, but if you didn't, your guy was done for. Coming in next, a favorite, Psych. All of these are my favorites, but we're going into THQ's UFC Undisputed 2010. This game wasn't at its best, but it had one main element which all UFC games should have had and copied off of this one, and that's its trash talk. Because oh my god, its trash talk in the career mode was the best. You can make friends, you can make enemies, but I made enemies with everybody. Nobody was my friend in that game. It made the fights 10 times more fun because you know that guy was talking trash on you and you wanted to beat him, but it would make the difficulty so much more harder. But that's what made it fun, because the more trash you talk, the harder the fight would be. The nicer you were, the less the fighter would actually try to beat you. It got to its hardest point when you started trash talking the champion, because once you started trash talking the champion, the difficulty was already increased, but this would push it up to another level. But outside of that, let's just pray and hope that UFC 3 would be just as good. Yeah, that's right, EA, we're talking to you again. Don't fuck us on this, please. EA, whatever you do, don't Battlefront 2 this. So that was my top 5 combat sports games. If you have others, let me know. Tell me in the comments. If you like what you saw, subscribe. Why not? I'm the darkest one of the 5, and I'll catch you later. Deuces!